In the 14th century, when Europe was struggling with poverty and disease,
The plague takes everything.
a king in West Africa possessed so much wealth that his actions shook the global economy. His name was Mansa Musa.
Some historians say Mansa Musa's wealth would be worth over $400 billion today, making him the richest man to ever live.
Mansa brought so much gold that entire cities became richer overnight.
Let this wealth enrich you all.
But who was this mysterious African emperor? How did he build one of the most powerful empires in history?
By the will of the gods and the law of my arm.
And why did his journey change the world forever? This is the incredible story of the richest man in history.
To understand Mansa Musa, we must first understand the empire he ruled.
The Mali Empire was one of the greatest kingdoms in African history.
It stretched across vast territories of West Africa, including parts of modern-day Mali, Senegal, Guinea, Niger, and Mauritania. The Mali Empire controlled the most valuable resource of the medieval world: gold. At the time, nearly half of the world's gold supply came from West Africa. This gold traveled across the Sahara Desert through long caravan routes,
The load is heavy, but the journey is our legacy.
connecting Africa to North Africa and the Middle East through ancient trade and modern infrastructure.
At the center of this empire was a legendary city, Timbuktu. Timbuktu became a hub of trade, knowledge, and culture.
Merchants from afar, what treasures do you bring?
Fine wool from the north and the seas.
And knowledge from the east. And above this powerful empire ruled a king whose wealth would become legendary.
Mansa Musa was born around 1280 AD into the royal Keita dynasty. Mansa later became emperor of the Mali Empire in 1312 AD.
His full name was Musa Keita I.
The title Mansa means king or emperor in the Mandinka language. Unlike many rulers who inherited wealth but lacked wisdom, he sought knowledge from every corner of his realm.
My reign is built on wise rule and deep faith. Share this wealth! Let's
In gratitude, I bow.
Under his leadership, the Mali Empire grew even stronger.
Trade expanded across the Sahara Desert. Cities flourished.
And the empire became one of the most advanced civilizations of its time.
But the event that made Mansa Musa famous across the entire world was something extraordinary.
A journey that would change history forever.
In 1324, I, Mansa Musa, have decided to undertake the Hajj, the sacred Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca.
But this was no ordinary journey.
Mansa Musa's caravan became one of the most extravagant processions the world had ever seen.
We journey as one, 60,000 strong. Behold, the wealth of Mali travels with us.
Yes, Mansa. The camels carry our tribute.
Each camel carried around 300 pounds of pure gold. As the caravan crossed the Sahara Desert, it looked like an endless river of wealth. To the poor, share in this prosperity.
Thank you. For the scholars, knowledge is power, and for our leaders, unity.
Mansa gave so much gold away that the price of gold in Egypt collapsed. The economy of Cairo was affected for more than 10 years. This single journey made Mansa Musa internationally famous. Stories of Mansa, the wealthy African king, spread across the Middle East and Europe.
Soon, European maps began to show Africa in a new way.
On one famous map, Mansa Musa was even drawn holding a large piece of gold in his hand. But Mansa Musa was not just wealthy, he was also a visionary leader. When Mansa Musa returned from his pilgrimage, he began building one of the greatest centers of learning in the world.
In the city of Timbuktu, we expand the famous University of Sankore.
This university attracted thousands of students from across Africa and the Middle East.
The stars guide our understanding. Here is the proof. The humors must be balanced. Precedent is our foundation, illuminates all.
At its peak, Timbuktu had over 25,000 students, making it one of the most important centers of knowledge in the medieval world. The libraries of Timbuktu contain thousands of handwritten manuscripts, preserving centuries of knowledge.
Many of these manuscripts still survive today.
They prove that Africa had thriving universities centuries before many parts of Europe developed formal education systems. Historians have tried to estimate Mansa Musa's wealth, but his fortune was so vast it defied calculation.
But many say Mansa's fortune was impossible to calculate.
The Mansa Empire controlled the richest gold mines in the world. Mansa also controlled the major trans-Saharan trade routes.
This meant goods like gold, salt, ivory, and spices. Modern economists estimate Mansa Musa's wealth would be equivalent to over $400 billion today. For comparison, even the richest modern billionaires cannot match that level of wealth.
But despite his immense fortune, Mansa Musa was remembered not just for his riches.
Mansa was remembered for his generosity, his investments in education, and his contributions to African civilization. Mansa Musa ruled the Mali Empire for about 25 years.
My reign has brought prosperity to our people.
During Mansa Musa's reign, the empire reached its greatest height. Trade flourished, cities grew, and African culture gained global recognition. Mansa Musa's legendary pilgrimage placed West Africa, our world.
Today, historians consider Mansa Musa one of the most influential rulers in world history.
But the truth is simple. Long before modern billionaires existed, the richest man in history was an African emperor. His name was Mansa Musa, and his legacy continues to inspire the world.
If you enjoyed learning about the richest man in history, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more untold African history. And tell us in the comments, do you think any modern billionaire could ever surpass the wealth of Mansa Musa? Stay tuned for the next episode, because Africa's history is far greater than most people realize.